Thank you, Mark. And you're certainly right. The timing of the storm is critical because of that high tide issue. A couple of hours, Gil Simmons just observed, going to make a big difference. The governor's certainly well informed, isn't he? And he's done his homework. The storm track that he's following is exactly the storm track that Gil Simmons and Erica Grow right here have laid out for us in terms of their projections. The rainfall amounts the governor's referring to because of where the storm is coming ashore. They explain a lot of the evacuations that are being emphasized now, for example, in the Housatonic Valley, where the rainfall is going to be the heaviest. And Connecticut's one step ahead of every development, it seems, to this point.
And speaking of those evacuations, as Governor Malloy was saying, obviously it's much better to be inconvenienced for one night than to take the chance of risking your safety, although I'm sure a lot of people aren't thrilled about these evacuations, particularly in the Morris Cove area. And East Haven's mayor speaking out about those shoreline evacuations as well.
That's right. And News 8's Mark Robbins has been following that story. He's standing by live now with the latest. Mark?
Yeah, Don and Sonia, both mayors today, DeStefano and April Capone of East Haven, getting together. They've been working with their staffs over the last couple of days to come up with this emergency evacuation plan. And the Morris Cove area of New Haven is the largest area that we're talking about right now. About 466 households are affected by a mandatory, ordered by the mayor, evacuation starting now. Now in East Haven, the Cozy Beach area is the largest portion of that town that borders, that is a low-lying area that borders Morris Cove, and a mandatory evacuation has also been ordered there. And about an hour ago, I was there as both mayors spoke as to the reasons for this evacuation.
This area of Morris Cove, this section of the city, is a FEMA Category 1 and 2 hurricane storm surge flood area. So it is an area that is prone to flooding. However, it's a particular problem because it's extremely difficult to reach this section of the city by emergency personnel if Hurricane Irene hits as it's forecast to do.
We find a similar situation in East Haven along Cozy Beach and Morgan Point area. The storm surge should be similar to what Mayor DeStefano said. We're looking at an excess of 4 feet of water in addition to 6 to 8 foot waves at least, and we think we might be a little conservative in what we're saying there. We urge people.
So both mayors are erring on the side of caution. The evacuation already underway. It is hoped that everything can be completed, the evacuation in both towns, by sundown, which is around 7:15. And if you have any questions or concerns, if you need to evacuate, go to either the City of New Haven website or the Town of East Haven's website. You'll be able to get a map and information. I'm Mark Robbins, News 8.